The floor is yours now. DJP Consulting, and I'd like to keep a little.
Okay, just let me know when to start. I'm ready.
Okay, all right. I'll let you begin.
Okay, I'm starting. So there's no doubt that NIL has transformed college athletics. Today's student athletes are more than competitors. They're brands, entrepreneurs, and public figures. But while opportunity has expanded, protection has not. Thousands of athletes are navigating contracts, finances, and endorsements with no sufficient guidance. That's not progress. We're offering a solution that's ethical, legal, and financially sustainable, and a win for everyone. Funding an NIL expert advisory team at every NCAA institution. All of this funded by just the 30% of the NCAA television and marketing rights revenue. That's enough to protect athletes from all the schools and still leave over $660 million for championships, operations, and innovation. The question is no longer, can we afford to do this? It's more so, how can we afford not to? Education isn't a cost, it's a return waiting to happen. But here's what's in it for the NCAA. Stronger athlete outcomes mean stronger brand trust. Proactive education reduces legal and compliance risk. And most importantly, you lead the narrative. You become the organization that didn't just allow NIL, you reshaped it responsibly. This isn't about changing your mission, it's about living it. You have a chance to create a future where every student athlete is not only celebrated, but supported fully. That's not just good ethics, that's good leadership, that's good business. You have the power to turn NIL into a model for ethical leadership, not just in sports, but across every industry. That is what makes the NCAA unique as an organization. Sorry, you're muted.
Following directions here, unmute, off mute. Thank you, DJP Consulting, LLC. We'll move into the second presentation of JEM Consulting. And DJP Consulting, we'll have you off video for the second.
Hello.
Hi.
Okay. Hi, Mr. West. I'm from JEM Consulting, and I'd love to speak with you today about an innovative way to support your customers. Data shows that Americans want to eat healthier. Nearly 80% of individuals polled for an American Heart Association study would like to eat a healthier diet and would do so if it was accessible and convenient. Walmart's well positioned to solve this. 90% of Americans live within 10 miles of a Walmart store. And while Walmart is physically accessible to most Americans, the availability of fresh, pesticide-free options can be limited. In today's market, organic, minimally processed healthy food is often more expensive to produce and distribute. It's especially challenging to transport due to fragility, short shelf life, perishability, and concerns of cross-contamination. There's not enough certified organic production to meet U.S. demand, and so much is imported from large industrial operations overseas. We have identified a massive opportunity and an ethical imperative for Walmart to leverage their extensive reach and establish a reputation as a leader in the healthy food access nationwide through an in-store vertical farm program. Investment in the equipment, staffing, maintenance, and advertising related to these operations is an estimated $25K, which is less than 0.0009% of your annual operating, selling, and general admin expenses. This in-store hydroponic farm pilot program would enable Walmart stores to transform the shopping experience for pesticide-free, fresh, and local produce by bringing the farm to the aisle. You would also reduce your high produce transportation costs and resulting emissions, thus lowering prices for consumers looking for fresh produce and allowing Walmart to meet their emissions targets. Thank you.
Thank you much. Thank you, JEM Consulting. We'll move in. I'll have you off video next, and on video will be Moral Mavericks, please.
Yeah. Hello, Mr. West.
Hi.
Can I start now?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Now let me paint the future of energy. Basically, in 3 years, carbon markets will hit $100 billion or maybe more, which is the actual projection given by most of the consulting companies in the world. But only companies that can prove their climate impact will capture that value. Right now, there are many companies which are facing allegations that the carbon credits that they are purchasing are not up to the mark. They are very cheap and they are just using it to greenwash. And they are not actually creating any impact at the ground level. So buying these kind of cheap credits that risk greenwashing headlines and investor skepticism can not only tarnish their image, but also is not creating any value for the public in reality. So our proposal is to use blockchain and AI to create a gold standard for transparency. Basically, blockchain is considered a gold standard for transparency. Many cryptocurrencies are using the technology to make it to avoid the double counting and other things, basically. So AI verifying each ton of CO2 removed, blockchain preventing double counting. This isn't just about compliance, it's a revenue revolution. BP is already piloting this, and Microsoft's AI verified carbon trade is at 200% premiums right now. By acting now, we can transform offsets from a cost center into a profit engine, selling verified credits and licensing our tech and securing government contracts. So basically, the idea is that we came across a headline where Shell was allegedly bought carbon credits at a very low price to the tune of $4 per credit, whereas Microsoft is buying at $189 per credit. And these credits are not verified. There is no actual impact that is being created. So our idea is to basically leverage the updated technology to verify the carbon credits and make a foolproof system so that all the carbon credits are really converting into the ground level change also, and we are protecting our future generations as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Moral Mavericks. I'll have you off video for the next and final bread and butter presentation.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Shall I start with, sir?
Yes, please.
Yes, sir. Hello, sir. Looking at the topic of this sustainable development, so coming from India also, I'm tempted to use the quote of Mahatma Gandhiji. He mentions that Mother Nature has given enough to satisfy everyone's needs, but not to satisfy everyone's greeds. So with this in mind, sustainability is become an important factor, considering we have the climate change factors affecting the environment. It is with this imperative, we had chosen the topic of Motork, which is a fictional automotive industry company, where we are proposed a solution for greening the value chain, business value chain. So in this, considering transportation sector and automotive industry as one of the key contributors to global warming, so around it comes in the top 3 emitters as per the UNEP report. So with this, greening the value chain is a critical factor. It is not just studying the risk which is contributing to the environment, but rather what is the impact that is generating on the environment. So with this techniques in mind, we have formulated a process innovation risk footprint analysis technique. So with this risk footprint analysis technique, we have embedded the concepts of the ethics, the sustainability aspects, as well as the legal environmental compliances. So with this, every process in the value chain of an organization should have a risk footprint score. So based on the risk footprint, how much impact it is going to generate on the end user, be it the humans who are operating in the manufacturing plant or the people outside who are like directly exposed to the environment, be it in case of the automobiles. So it is with that we have to measure the risk footprint. Based on the risk footprint score, we have to categorize it as degree of severity, high, medium, and low. And accordingly, we have to focus on how we can leverage those actions such that it doesn't harm the people who are engaged in the manufacturing plant, as well as the people are also taken care of. And this risk footprint analysis, incorporating various aspects, looks into aspects of taking care of generations for the future as well. So how we can go for alternative materials and better alternative options, etc. So with this, sustainability is no longer a choice for us. It is a necessity for a survival, not just for an organization to project itself in the outside world, but for a personality level as well. We are carrying an individual brand, and if we are sustainable, we'll inspire the generations that will take for the generations to take inspiration from us going forward. Thank you.
Thank you, teams, and I'll have you all back on video just for some brief final comments, and we'll. I know we're have a very tight schedule today. One thing, I've been judging this competition for this is my 7th year now, and I realize, and I know the other judges do, that the 90-second presentation without visual aids, without slides, is often the most challenging, because it is, with good reason, asked you to distill your very complex issue into this very compelling, very concise button-down message and deliver it while standing in the shoes as an employee or a consultant with a senior leader executive who you may or may not in the real world have their ear often. So when you're able to get their ear, get their attention, and be able to say it in a compelling way, this becomes a little more difficult than having those visual aids and those data points. But I appreciated that all of you wove in a compelling data point, and I think that has that stickiness to get the ear and maintain the ears of the executive when you have that opportunity to pitch to them. So having something that stands out as that percentage, that dollar amount, that's what that kind of rings in the ear of the executive of why they need to pay attention. So this format, even though it has its challenges, is really more of a real life example that I often experience, where after getting the pitch, getting that meeting, being able to compel, in a compelling way, say why your idea is important. I think you all did a great job articulating that. So I just wanted to acknowledge that we realize the 90-second is like, how do we get everything in? But when you have that abridged amount of time, just be very